Good day, fellow viewers. You're welcome to Elevation Nuggets. I'm your host, Pastor Seyi. I want to speak to us about the God factor. Now, why is that so? Especially with the fact that we talk about goal setting and all that. Remember that there are many things that people plan, but over time, many of them don't come to pass. Why is that so? Because there is an unknown variable in all this planning that you really do not understand, or you can't even conceptualize what can actually go wrong. That is why we need God. No one has ever gotten anything. The Bible says there is no one that has been blessed without having received something from God. Everybody is helped by God. Even the Bible attests to that. That it says it's rain both upon the righteous and the wicked. It blesses everybody. Everybody at one point in their life had an intervention. Something divine, something beyond the ordinary. You may call it luck, but it's more than luck. It was actually God intervening in their lives and giving them a breakthrough. There was a character in the Bible. It's called David. David woke up like a normal person that morning. He never knew that transactions were taking place in the kingdom. Maybe towards late in the afternoon, a call came from his father to rush back home from the forest. And he ran back, and all he entered to see was he saw Samuel the prophet, and that was how he was anointed king. It was not in his program for that year. He never could have ever imagined that he could become king. That is a factor that you can never plan for. And God intervenes in people's lives every day, every time, all over the world like that. Why can't it be you this year? Why can't it be your turn for God to lift you? Why can't God give you a breakthrough? People have shared testimonies of God intervening in their lives and doing things they never actually even prayed about. Paul said that God is able to do exceeding abundantly more than what you can think or pray about. God is beyond what you can think. He's beyond what you can imagine. And why don't you add that to your prayer point this year? That God will do more than what you can think or pray about, and do you good in your life, and that you can have joy in your life. God raises the poor from the dunghill and make him sit among the princes of his people. He's one that raises the poor. There are people, many years ago, as far as back as I'm talking about 1975, Dangote was a poor person. Even though his uncle was a multi-millionaire, but he was a poor man. If you look at his future, he probably would never have seen a billionaire in the making. But what happened? In 1979, he had a breakthrough. He had an intervention. God is going to do your own too. He's going to arrange for your own in Jesus' name. But you need to understand that those miracles make sense when there is preparation. David, for example, was prepared for kingship because he had gotten himself training in the wilderness. Remember when he came to the battlefield and Goliath was making mouth? He came to meet Saul, King Saul. He said, King Saul, don't be troubled. This guy, I'm going to kill him. It's not a problem. And they said, how? You're a small boy. He said, when I was in the wilderness taking care of my father's sheep, I was training. I was training how to use my catapult. I used my catapult to kill animals. But the particular day came when the lion came, I charged the lion. I took the lion out with my bare hands. And the bear came, and I killed the bear with my bare hands. Said, this uncircumcised Philistine is not a problem for me. That is preparation meeting opportunity. If it were you and the lions came, I'm very sure you would have run away. If it were you and the bears came, you would have taken off. You would have said, this is my life. How many lambs will the lion take? Let it take the lamb. I'm okay with the least one that is left. Not knowing that you are training away your training. The things that will lift you and give you the opportunity that God will use to be able to promote you tomorrow. Some of us, we have friends in secondary schools, and you treat your friends anyhow. Tomorrow, after 20 years, your friend become a deputy governor. Now, how do you go and meet him and say, oh, you were classmates before? He will remember that you were not a good person. Then you cannot use the opportunity well. So these are many things we must understand, that God helps us. God helps us. Heaven does not help those who can help themselves. Heaven helps those who cannot help themselves, but especially those who ask heaven for help. Ask God to help you. I haven't done all your planning. I haven't done all your wishing. Ask God, and God will come to your rescue. He will come to your help. He will give you that breakthrough you so much desire, and turn around your story and lift up your head. As we look forward to next week, I commend you to God's grace. Stay blessed until we meet again. Bye for now.